When calling your leads, it is super important to log all your calls. A part of being effective at your conversions is knowing when you've last tried to contact someone or you last spoke to them, so you know when you should be actioning that again. Now, calling your leads can be done through the system. Of course, you do have your ability to obviously call through a landline or a cell phone. Now, the most effective way and the fastest way to call your leads is through Twilio. So Twilio is a third-party application that is optional with the CRM system. But what it's going to do is automatically log your calls down here. It's also going to record all those conversations as well. So if you're getting calls while you're on the go from a lead, you can rest assured that that call is going to be logged and recorded for you to listen back to if necessary. So to use Twilio, what you're going to do is click on the lead's phone number and you simply click dial the lead. And then this little dialer window is going to pop up with the lead's information and your Twilio number. Now, if necessary, you can change this number. So if, let's say, I'm calling this person, they ask me to call them on an alternate number, I can change the number there so that the call still logs under that individual, as well as your Twilio number is right in front of you until you actually remember it. So logging a call is quite simple. You're just going to click on the green call symbol. We're going to then notice that the dialer, the timer has actually started on here. Now, to hang up the call, you're going to click on the red button. Now, before you save and continue, you're going to want to log your call results on here. So the call results in this is also going to be directly connected to the leads pipeline, as well as if we haven't actually made contact with yet, it'll also go with the phone validity as well. So if I was to log a call that was no message left or the lead was not there, or I opted to leave a voicemail, if this was a lead that I haven't made contact with, for example, it would move this pipeline to try to contact, because now I've tried to contact that lead. If the lead was already on made contact, it would stay on made contact because, again, we've just attempted to contact that lead. Now, if you log a call that you've talked to the lead, or if the lead called you, the pipeline, if not on made contact, will automatically move to made contact because now you've made contact with that lead. As well as if you log a call that you've got a wrong number, it's going to automatically mark this phone number as being invalid for you. So invalid numbers, if we're ever creating filters for you, will not show up in call list because you can't call an invalid number. So before and after you leave your call result, let's pretend we talk to the lead, you're going to want to leave a call note. Now, I always encourage leaving your call notes as if you're leaving them for somebody else. You're gathering as much information about that potential buyer or seller, and the more information you're able to gather with respect to their home search, their motivations and timelines, it's going to make your follow-ups just that much more powerful. You're going to be able to leverage that information in further communication. So let's pretend this is a first-time buyer, relocating from, let's say, Barrie to Toronto, family of 4, new baby, let's pretend, something like that, still saving for down payment. And let's just pretend that's it for now. So having all this information, for example, the new baby, you could bring that up in a future conversation. Oh, how's the baby? How's the family doing? Things like that. It just allows you to connect with that lead more on a personal basis rather than always speaking business. Their walls are going to drop and they're going to be more comfortable speaking with you as you are building a relationship. So once you go in here and you make your call notes, you're going to save that call. So right now we can see that there's 4 calls on the lead right now. So if I actually refresh this page, the number of calls on the lead has now changed to 5 calls. As well as if I head over to this notes and call section, we're going to be able to see that this call note was automatically created with all the notes right here. The call result is also indicated there with a recording of the conversation that was held. Don't rely just on the recording of the call, because if you had to listen to every call before you called somebody the next time, you're wasting an immense amount of time doing that. So always leaving those notes, and I say leave them as if you're leaving them for somebody else. That way you know all those little details we think that we're going to remember, but don't. They're all there for you to reference in the future. Now, should you wish to use your cell phone, or if you're using an office line, you do have the ability to log your call manually. So right here, you do have the option to log those calls. You can also change the timestamp. So if you spoke to somebody, let's say in the past, you can change the date and time that you actually spoke to them. You still have that call result, which is also going to be connected to the lead stats as well, and then we save it. So if I go in here, for example, and I want to pull up all my leads, let's say my leads that was last contacted by phone today, I'm going to have the ability to filter these leads, and we'll be able to see that this one lead was actually contacted today. So it's updated here, as well as it's pulling in this list. Should you require any additional assistance with respect to logging your calls or using the filters to pull up those leads that you have been contacting, please contact support@agentlocator.ca.